Imagine food that never goes bad, literally outliving you and your grandkids. Some foods found in ancient tombs are still edible today. We're revealing 12 foods that last forever, no expiration dates, no worries. Get ready to rethink your pantry and discover the secrets of culinary immortality. Hit subscribe and let's dive in. Honey is nature's immortal food, found perfectly preserved in ancient Egyptian tombs, still edible after thousands of years. Its low moisture, high acidity, and natural enzymes make it a fortress against spoilage. So that jar in your pantry? It'll outlast everything else. Honey isn't just food, it's edible history. Next up on our list of immortal foods is something you probably have in your kitchen right now, plain old white rice. Now you might be thinking, rice? Really? And the answer is a massive yes, but with a few important rules. We're not talking about brown rice, which contains oils in its bran layer that will eventually go rancid. We are specifically talking about its polished, refined cousin, white rice. When you store white rice in a cool, dry place sealed up in an airtight container, this stuff can last for an unbelievable 30 years or more. That's not an exaggeration. Studies have shown that it remains perfectly edible and retains its nutrient content for decades. The secret to white rice's longevity is all in the processing. During the milling process, the outer layers, the bran and the germ, are removed. These are the parts that contain fats and oils, which are the enemies of long-term storage because they oxidize and spoil over time. By removing them, you're left with the pure, starchy endosperm. This part of the grain is incredibly stable and contains almost no moisture or fat, making it a terrible place for bacteria or mold to grow. It's basically a blank slate of carbohydrates perfectly preserved and just waiting for you to cook it, whether that's tomorrow or in the year 2054. To make your white rice last for generations, the storage method is absolutely critical. You can't just leave it in the paper or plastic bag you bought it in. You need to protect it from its three biggest enemies: oxygen, moisture, and pests. The best way to do this is by sealing it in airtight containers like Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, or food-grade buckets with gamma-seal lids. By removing the oxygen and preventing any humidity from getting in, you are essentially putting the rice into a state of suspended animation. It will sit there, unchanged for 30 years, waiting to become the foundation of a future meal. Imagine the peace of mind. You could buy a 50-pound bag of white rice for a super cheap price, store it properly, and have a foundational food source that will see you through any emergency for the next 3 decades. It's one of the most cost-effective and reliable survival foods on the planet. Nations around the world literally stockpile massive quantities of white rice in strategic reserves for this very reason. It's cheap, it's versatile, and if you take care of it, it will take care of you for a very, very long time. White rice isn't just a side dish, it's a long-term investment in your food security. Salt isn't just a seasoning, it's a mineral that's billions of years old and never goes bad. We mine it, we use it to preserve food, and it's outlasted civilizations. Pure salt doesn't expire. So that old salt shaker in your kitchen, it's as good as new, forever. Next up, we have the arch nemesis of salt in the flavor world, but its partner in crime when it comes to lasting forever: sugar. That's right, the sweet stuff you put in your coffee or use to bake a cake is another immortal food. Just like salt, sugar's secret to eternal life is its ability to create an environment where bacteria and mold just can't get a foothold. It's a master of dehydration. When you have a high concentration of sugar, it pulls all the moisture out of any microorganisms that dare to try and set up camp. Without water, they can't grow, they can't reproduce, and they certainly can't spoil your sugar. Think about it. What do you use to make jam and preserves? A ton of sugar. It's not just for the sweet taste. The sugar is acting as a natural preservative, keeping that fruit fresh and delicious for months or even years. It works the same way salt does, using osmosis to suck the life out of any potential spoilers. So when you have a bag of pure, granulated sugar, it's basically creating a sterile, desert-like environment for itself. As long as you keep it dry and sealed away from moisture and pests, that bag of sugar will last longer than you will. It's an incredible, scientific flex happening right in your pantry. Now, you might have seen sugar get hard and clumpy and you might think, oh no, my sugar has gone bad. But here's the secret, it hasn't gone bad at all. All that's happened is that it's been exposed to a little bit of moisture, causing the crystals to stick together. It's basically just formed a giant sugar cube. The sugar itself is still perfectly edible and safe to eat. You can easily break it up with a fork or even pop it in the microwave for a few seconds to soften it. The quality and safety are completely unaffected. It's just a cosmetic issue, not a sign of spoilage. It's just proving how much it hates water. So whether you have white sugar, brown sugar, or powdered sugar, the principle is the same. Keep it dry, and it will keep forever. Brown sugar might dry out and get hard, but you can revive it with a slice of bread or an apple wedge to reintroduce a tiny bit of moisture. The fact that you can have this incredibly delicious, energy-giving substance that also happens to be a world-class preservative is just wild. We're stocking up our doomsday bunker with tons of sugar because when the world ends, we're still going to want to bake cookies. Sugar is a true forever food champion. Okay, let's move on to number 5, and this one is a staple for anyone trying to prep for the long haul. We're talking about dried beans. You've seen them in every grocery store, these little bags of what look like colorful rocks. Well, these little rocks are actually nutritional powerhouses that can last for, you guessed it, pretty much forever. The key is in the name dried. They have been completely dehydrated with almost all of their water content removed. And as we've already learned from salt and sugar, no water means no party for bacteria and mold. These beans are in a state of suspended animation. When you store dried beans in a cool, dark and dry place, they can last for decades. I'm not exaggerating. Scientists have tested beans that have been stored for over 30 years and found that they are still perfectly safe to eat. They are one of the most reliable, long-term food sources you can possibly have. Think about how insane that is. You can buy a bag of pinto beans today, put it in your basement, and your kids could be eating it 30 years from now. It's the ultimate investment in your future food security. All that protein, fiber, and nutrients just waiting patiently for you to add water. Now there is one small catch with super old beans. While they don't technically spoil in a way that makes them unsafe, they do change a little bit over time. After a few years, the beans will continue to lose moisture and their outer coating can get tougher. This means they might take a lot longer to cook and soften than a newer bag of beans would. We're talking maybe an extra hour or two of simmering, but is that a deal breaker? Absolutely not. The nutritional value is still largely intact and they will eventually get soft. A little extra cooking time is a tiny price to pay for a food that can outlast a mortgage. So if you're building a survival kit or just want to have an emergency food supply that you never have to think about, dried beans are a must-have. They are cheap, they are packed with protein, and they are incredibly versatile. You can make chili, soups, burritos, salads. The possibilities are endless. Just make sure you store them correctly in an airtight container to keep out moisture and any potential pantry pests. Do that, and you'll have a reliable source of food that will be ready and waiting for you, no matter what happens. Dried beans are the unsung heroes of the forever food world. Pure maple syrup, liquid gold from a tree, can last forever if unopened. Its super high sugar content makes it impossible for bacteria or mold to survive. Once you break the seal, refrigerate it, but unopened, it's nature's ultimate survival food. Stock up, this sweet syrup will outlast almost anything you own. Okay, moving on from the super sweet to the super savory. This next one is in practically every kitchen in the world, and you've probably never even thought about it expiring. I'm talking about soy sauce. This salty, umami-packed liquid is another champion of the Forever Food League. You can buy a giant bottle of this stuff, use it for your sushi, your stir-fry, whatever you want, and the rest can sit in your cabinet for years. Literally, years. It might lose a tiny bit of its flavor quality over a very, very long time, but it will not spoil or become unsafe to eat. It's absolutely insane. The secret to soy sauce's immortality is a powerful 1-2 punch fermentation in salt. First, it goes through this long fermentation process with soybeans, wheat, and special molds. This process itself creates a stable product that's resistant to bad bacteria. But then, they add the knockout blow, a ton of salt. We already know from our previous Forever Food salt that it's the ultimate enemy of microbial life. The high sodium content in soy sauce creates an environment so hostile, so intensely salty, that no bacteria or mold in their right mind would ever try to set up camp there. It's like trying to build a sandcastle in a hurricane. Think about it this way, for a challenge, I could fill a swimming pool with soy sauce, and it would probably stay perfectly preserved for longer than the pool itself. That's how powerful its preserving qualities are. It's a tradition that goes back thousands of years. Ancient civilizations figured out that this method of fermenting and salting could create a sauce that would last through long winters and voyages without needing any refrigeration. It was the original pantry staple, a way to add incredible flavor to food while also knowing it would never go bad. It's a testament to ancient ingenuity. So while you might see a Best By date on your bottle of soy sauce, that's really more about optimal flavor than it is about safety. An unopened bottle of soy sauce is basically eternal. Even an opened one kept in your pantry or fridge will last for an incredibly long time, so feel free to buy that massive jug from the wholesale store. You'll get through it eventually, and you'll never have to worry about it going bad. It's the flavor enhancer that just keeps on giving, year after year after year. It's the undisputed salty king of the condiment shelf. Alright Beast Gang, this next forever food is for the adults in the room, and it's one that people have been treasuring for centuries. We are talking about hard liquor. That's right, your unopened bottles of whiskey, vodka, rum, gin, and tequila are basically immortal. You could buy a bottle of expensive whiskey today, bury it in a time capsule, and in 100 years, someone could dig it up, crack it open, and it would be perfectly safe to drink. It might even be worth $1 million by then. This is one of the craziest forever items on our list, because it's not just a food, it's a luxury that doesn't expire. So what's the magic behind this? It's simple, really, alcohol. The high alcohol content, typically 40% or more, makes these spirits a sterile environment. It's basically a chemical wasteland for any germs, bacteria, or microbes that might think about spoiling it. The alcohol acts as a powerful preservative, effectively killing anything that could cause decay. This is why you never ever have to refrigerate your bottle of vodka or put your rum in a special container. As long as that cap is on tight, sealing it from the outside world, the liquid inside is in a state of suspended animation forever. Now it's important to make the distinction. We're talking about hard liquor, the distilled spirits. Wine and beer are a completely different story. They will absolutely go bad over time because their alcohol content is much lower. But that bottle of whiskey sitting on your shelf, it's not aging or getting better like wine in a barrel. Once it's bottled, its chemical profile is locked in. The flavor you have today is the flavor you'll have in 50 years, provided it's sealed properly and kept out of direct sunlight, which can cause some evaporation and degradation of flavor compounds over many decades. So if you ever wanted to start a collection that will literally outlive you, collecting rare and unopened bottles of hard liquor is the way to go. It's like investing in a liquid asset that will never spoil. Imagine a challenge where contestants have to find a bottle of liquor I hid 50 years ago. The prize is the bottle itself, which could be worth a fortune. It's a testament to the power of distillation. It takes something perishable like grain or potatoes and transforms it into a spirit that can withstand the test of time itself. It's the ultimate nightcap, a drink that truly lasts forever. What if I told you milk could last for decades? Powdered milk is the ultimate food hack. Just remove the water, and you've got dairy that never spoils. Store it airtight, and it'll outlast your car, your phone, maybe even your house. Whether you're camping, prepping, or just hate spoiled milk, this is a game changer. Powdered milk, the dairy that doesn't die. Number 10 on our list of immortal foods is probably in your kitchen right now, vinegar. This sour liquid never spoils, thanks to its self-preserving acetic acid. Bacteria and mold can't survive in it, so it lasts forever. Use it for food, cleaning, or anything. Vinegar is a timeless, multi-purpose legend. Cornstarch, an unassuming pantry staple, might just be the ultimate forever food. Keep it dry and sealed and it'll last for generations, outliving most foods in your kitchen. It's pure starch with nothing for bacteria or mold to eat, so it never goes bad. For just a couple bucks you get a culinary immortal. Perfect for thickening, prepping, and survival. The final forever food, instant coffee. Those jars of caffeinated magic can last for years, even decades, and still give you the boost you need. It's lightweight, easy to prepare, and basically immortal. Perfect for emergencies, camping, or just a reliable backup. Instant coffee, the ultimate long-term luxury. And there you have it, 12 foods that basically defy the laws of time and will literally last forever if you store them correctly. From the ancient edible honey found in Egyptian tombs to the instant coffee that will be ready for you decades from now, your pantry is probably hiding some serious survival powerhouses. It is absolutely insane to think that for just a few dollars, you can buy food that will outlive all of us. I want to know what you guys think though. Go down to the comments right now and let me know which food on this list surprised you the most. For me, it was probably the cornstarch. I had no idea. This was one of the craziest videos to research. And it was epic. If you want to see more insane challenges, crazy experiments, and useful tips like this, that might just save you one day, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. We have some of the biggest ideas we've ever attempted coming up, and trust me, you are not going to want to miss what we do next. We're always pushing the limits to bring you the most entertaining content on the planet, and your support makes it all possible. Seriously though, which food blew your mind? Was it the fact that pure maple syrup is an immortal liquid gold? Or that you can keep soy sauce for years and it'll still be good to go? Every single comment helps the video, so don't be shy, let me know your thoughts. We read as many as we possibly can, and your ideas sometimes inspire future videos, so your comment could literally become our next giant project. Thank you all for watching. You are the reason we get to do this crazy stuff every single day. Your views, your likes, your comments, it all adds up and allows us to go bigger and bigger. Okay, that's all for this one. Click on one of these videos on the screen right now to see more insane content. We have a challenge where we see who can survive in the bush with the least amount of gear. Thank you again for watching, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next video. Don't forget to stock up on some of these forever foods, you never know when you might need them. See ya.